you. These events, these activities, this unity must grow and continue and take over not just parts of Birmingham, but the whole of Birmingham, the whole of the West Midlands, the whole of the UK. Grassroots democracy in action. And we, our communities, have shown the establishment and the rest of the country that we will not be taken for granted, and we will win. The establishment know that if you let one person stand up to them and speak the truth to people about what power is doing to them, then more people will stand up, and there will come a point when we all stand up against oppression, against injustice, and against corruption in politics. You see the power of solidarity. You see the power of solidarity, the power of all of us together. Individually, we may feel helpless, lonely, often frightened. Together, nothing can stop us. No tyrant can rule us. No party, government, or dictator can demand from us subservience. Together, we are powerful. Remember that and take that message onto the streets of Birmingham and share it with every single person you know in this country and abroad.
The political shockwaves rippling through Birmingham tonight are impossible to ignore. What was meant to be a routine Your Party community event has exploded into national controversy after MP Iqbal Mohammed delivered a fiery speech to an all-Muslim audience, declaring that we must take over the whole of Birmingham, the whole of the West Midlands, the whole of the West Midlands, the whole of the UK. His words, already spreading at lightning speed online, have ignited a fierce debate about identity politics, representation, and the growing fracture between local communities and the national political establishment. Critics argue his comments cross a dangerous line, feeding into the very rhetoric of division and cultural siege that far-right groups exploit. Supporters, meanwhile, insist he was speaking metaphorically about political empowerment, not literal domination. But whatever the intent, the impact is undeniable. Britain now finds itself confronting yet another flashpoint in the country's intensifying struggle over belonging, power, and the meaning of democracy in a rapidly changing society. This moment isn't just a Birmingham story, it's a national reckoning.
Well, the party is over, Keir Starmer.
The party's over, Prime Minister. The only question is, will the British public kick him out, will his party kick him out, or will he do the decent thing and resign?
And I think we need a general election now.
We need a general election now.
Yes, that, my friends, is the story of this government, summarised in their own words. Keir Starmer will never be remembered for his achievements because, frankly, there aren't many. But he will be remembered for being a prophet of his own downfall. And that downfall seems likely to be merely months away because there is now a traitor's plot, a coup taking place in Downing Street. It comes, of course, after Number 10 had been completely exposed by the Health Secretary, Wes Streeting, for briefing the press against him. And at the heart of those allegations is none other than Morgan McSweeney, the man who also allegedly sacked Sue Gray, if you remember her, and then took up the role as Chief of Staff to the Prime Minister.
I say to you directly, my government will serve you. Politics can be a force for good. We will show that. We've changed the Labour Party, returned it to service, and that is how we will govern. Country first, party second.
Yeah, that didn't last long, did it? The only thing this government seems to be serving, though, is itself and the Labour Party circus surrounding it. 5 ministerial sackings and a litany of government advisors also sacked over their conduct or booted out the door before they were pushed. And they've only been in office for 16 months. But don't worry, everyone, because there's someone coming to save us all. The incorruptible beam of morality, Angela Rayner. Yes, she's back. She's had a few bottles of Prosecco on the beach at Brighton, had a few puffs of her old vape, had taxpayer-funded security help move her and her boyfriend out of the last boxes of that old Grayson Favour flat, and amongst all of that hard work she's been doing, she's also been plotting a coup. Just a few weeks ago, she was giving her resignation speech to Parliament, met with almost a full chamber of Labour front and back benchers all paying homage to her. Their only hope now, clearly, is a disgraced former Deputy Prime Minister who achieved absolutely nothing while she had her hands on the reins of power. That's, of course, other than closing a new deal on her VAT busting second home. Well, according to reports today, she's already dishing out cabinet positions to her mates in the Labour Party, some suggesting she's plotting a new northern powerhouse, sort of getting together, I guess, with Andy Burnham. You can't make it up, can you? She's already preparing to govern the country. It's almost like...
There's one rule for them and one rule for all of us.
This whole rotten government, this rotten Labour Party is teetering on the brink. Rachel Reeves, the so-called self-dubbed Iron Chancellor, caught red-handed breaking the law on her housing arrangements, bungling the economy while she's at it. Louise Haigh, the Transport Secretary, booted out for fraud. The Housing Minister and Deputy Prime Minister resigning in disgrace over breaking the law on her second home purchase. And then we've got an anti-corruption minister booted out over corruption claims. Then we've got the homelessness minister sacked for making people homeless. And of course, to top it all off, we've got a deputy prime minister who was once the top diplomat in this country as foreign secretary, allegedly leaving a cab in France looking like that picture you can see on your screens right there. Disgraceful, isn't it? It really is just disgraceful. This isn't governance, is it? It's a conveyor belt of sleaze with Starmer's so-called mission-led government lurching from one scandal to the next, and the litany of hypocrisy and corruption piling up like those uncollected bins in Birmingham. And let's be honest, they lied to you, didn't they? They lied to me, they lied to you, they lied to all of us. They said it would be country first and party second. But all they've proven to us is that they are, somehow better than the Tories, but they can produce exactly the same morally bankrupt politics of the previous government in record-breaking time. That's the only thing they've been better at. Starmer shouldn't just resign. The whole lot of them should be booted out of office. I say this. Call a general election now and give the public what they really want, a change of government.